Hi and welcome to a slightly different FJ chat. Today I'm going to be introducing you to a couple who have a cocktail, who have a collective, and what we want to talk about is a little of the story, a little of how it came about, the trials and tribulations, which I'm sure there are a few. So Nick Halpin and Asla Kami are the brains trust behind what I hope is a great success for you, Cocktail Collective. So welcome.
Thank you.
So what's the problem we're trying to solve here?
The problem of everybody likes to have a cocktail, but it's just a bit too hard to organise it, to plan it, to go and source your ingredients, because you have to visit at least a couple of different places. Then you've spent this money on nice spirits, and you want to know that your recipe's good, that you haven't wasted your money, you haven't wasted your time. So it's making cocktails easy, accessible, and giving everyone everything they need in one box.
So I open up the box, you can see it in the corner here, and I've got everything I need, apart from a bit of ice and
Yep.
something else. So is that portioned? So
Yes. Perfectly portioned.
it's a perfectly portioned box, and therefore I'm assuming one of the other things we've solved here is that I haven't got to the end of the night and I've got little half bottles of some liqueur that I'll never use again. Or
No, and that's one of the problems that is reoccurring when we talk to people. It is having that obscure bottle of schnapps, liqueur, that just lingers forever in the back of the pantry, in the back of the cupboard, and you don't know what to do with it, but you don't want to throw it out because it costs money.
yes,
So one of the things we've really tried to do, and we've worked with a mixologist on, is getting those proportions right and understanding, once the balance of the drink is there, what does that mean for the quantities in the box? Because we don't want wastage.
in terms of a product, are you using branded spirits, not cocktails, liqueurs, or are they under your own collective?
Well, the vast majority of it is our own brand, and that was partly driven by getting those proportions right. What we discovered was to get a box out at a reasonable price that we thought the market would bear, so to speak, was driven by those proportions and making sure that they were the right size. Then we discovered the craft of cocktail as well, so we've been working with the mixologist to make sure that the product that's going in the bottle is to our specification. As an example, in our espresso martini, we're using a vanilla liqueur, which is something you typically wouldn't buy off the shelf or wouldn't have access to, and it's those types of little gems that we've put in all of the boxes which make them, I suppose, bespoke, but at the same time bring out that craft and cocktail and make it a really good product.
Gotcha. So this is starting to sound like a my food bag and alcohol context. Is that fair? Is it?
I think it's fair from the point of view that we're delivering everything you need with an easy recipe card to follow.
Yeah.
Obviously, a completely different proposition or product, but some of the fundamentals are definitely there. But my food bag and cocktail collective are not the only ones who are doing this sort of thing.
No. The presentation of I was having fun. I hadn't even done anything yet because it was well presented. Was that a very conscious thing that you did?
Yep.
Yeah. We worked really
It sounds like a
hard
lot of
on it.
heartache. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Yep.
And going back, I don't want to divert too much, but Simon and Sally, who we were in this with, are good friends, and we were at their batch one New Year's Day, kind of reflecting on the previous night and going, cocktails would have been nice, but the problem is all the things that Asla's already alluded to. And we discovered companies around the world are doing this, and we sampled some of their products, got some of their products in, but we quickly realised that presentation really let them down because they were using a lot of branded products and they couldn't control the look and feel when you opened the box. That was something we wanted, a bit of wow factor. We wanted a bit of something that made you feel special. I'm glad you mentioned Apple because that was kind of the standard we were trying to.
I felt like that in the terms of saying that there was a place for everything in its place, I guess, in terms of going through. But also, if you end up opening this, you don't want to mess it up. This is a beautifully presented thing. So, what's the recipe? I want to get this right, so I can do that. And I think, does that give you, I guess, an entree to then being able to offer people? Do they mail list it? Do they then get an opportunity for you to sell other product and you new flavours, new whatever in terms of?
Well, we're constantly developing behind the scenes, as you can imagine.
Scuttling away, like
and
you.
you know, and our quality control sessions are good. But you know, we've launched with a handful of cocktails that are very much carefully crafted, bespoke, everything in its place, so that we can get that really good balance of cocktail flavour. Also have classic cocktails.
Yeah.
But have them so that they all fit into this beautifully bespoke and curated box, so that the whole customer experience from the time they get online and order through to the delivery, the packaging, the unveiling, and the tasting and the sharing is good. So we've kept it quite defined at the moment in terms of the offering and what we're producing, but we're always, you know, behind the scenes like any company, iterating.
So the, as you say, the testing is very rigorous, I'm sure. But I presume that you're going out with sort of classics in terms of mojitos and whatever, but then looking to extend, because that will become a point of uniqueness as well. That you create something that's a bit different.
Different and special. Well, I think I mean, it was a conscious decision to go out with classics because it's such a new proposition in New Zealand and sort of cocktail culture here, to have cocktails in a box delivered to your door. So I think we would have missed a trick and missed a step if we had have gone straight into our own amazing cocktails, but without that sort of pedigree and that name recognition and that understanding of the cocktail that you would be ordering.
Yeah.
I think that will come.
You suffer the classic marketing problem because you have to educate first,
Yes.
and then you have to build on the next part, I guess.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. I mean, we're novices ourselves, you know, and we're learning as we go, and that's why we've got Grant, who's been our mixologist, help us along the way. The thing that we want to do as well is demystify this for most people. You know, cocktails are a little bit of a craft, almost like there's a little bit of magic there that happens behind the bar, and it's quite daunting sometimes for people to think they can have a cocktail party, you know. But
And
this
you
makes it
basically
really
know
easy,
first sip,
right?
you know whether this is
Yeah.
done well or not.
And
So,
if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
oh god, let's have a big punch, you know, and pour everything in with some fruit juice. So this is about, you know, making sure that every time, you know, it's kind of fail proof. You know, you can't mess this up, hopefully, and
what's the channel?
great result.
Because I saw something on your website about Matakana liquor store or something was going through. So there is a
online proposition only, really. Although we're just trialing, you know, through one store, which happens to be in Matakana. The
Sorry,
Cocktail
for letting
Collective
that
was
one out of the bag.
no, that's fine. No, the Cocktail Collective was conceived in Omaha, so it's kind of like our spiritual home.
It's a bit of roots.
So we wanted to sort of test this and how it would go in a retail setting, and you know how people would interact with it and would they be interested in it. So John from Matakana Liquor Centre very kindly offered to set up a display and put it in his store. At the moment it's a trial and it's sort of a limited time only, but it mainly is an online model at the moment.
You threw an extra curve into the startup mix because you're partners in business and in life, etc. So how did that work? I'll ask you separately. How did you feel that worked as partners coming into this?
Oh, good. I think certainly for us, we were both looking for a challenge, and both looking to extend ourselves, and both looking to start something, grow something, nurture something. No guarantees and no crystal balls, and we definitely do have robust debates about, you know, issues and what we're doing in the business and what we were going to go. But there's no one else I would do this with, you know, and I think we've got complementary skills. I think we've got and complementary outlook. It's probably the PC thing to say, but I honestly do think that the sum of the two of us is greater than
individual.
Yeah.
What she said, I can't.
Yeah. Too good.
No, I think it has actually kind of for both of us. It's we were without knowing, and I think there was a real entrepreneurial thing going on there, and so and then together, as Nazla says, we've got some skills which play out really well, and then on the other side we've got Simon and Sally, and their skills are quite complementary as well, and so as a collective, cocktail collective, you know, we kind of as a team, I think, you know, we've kind of got the core skill sets across the four of us. So
and does that come with an ethos or a passion or a vision about that means that everything gets measured against it? So what I'm thinking of is saying, like, the detail that is put into that doesn't come about by accident. So was that a conscious decision of you all to say, this is where we're going to set the bar? Then, can we afford to do that bar? Because that's the next question.
It's a series of a million different conversations, I think, because we had an idea, but it was just we knew there was a problem and we didn't know how to solve it, and so, you know, even the box is a classic where we, you know, as I say, we sampled some of those foreign products, and that was really letting them down, and then we had to think about, well, how do we solve that? And so you hunt around on the internet, and as it we found this tremendous cardboard engineer called Matt. He was based around the corner in Birkenhead from where we were based.
Of course.
And you know, and he, you know, the work he does is fantastic, and he's come up with this great product. And so each of those conversations, and that was driven. The box was also driven kind of hand in hand with those proportions.
Concept, all the work, all the delivery, etc. Now have product. So tell me about now how you actually take that to market in terms of social media, a big part of what you do, and Instagram and like.
Yes, social media is definitely a fundamental part of our marketing strategy, which itself is evolving. Evolving. But you know, today's environment, it's easy to get onto social platforms and to use them, and not so easy to use them really effectively. But there's a lot there to play with. So we have an Instagram account and we have a Facebook account. But in tandem with that, we're also, you know, marketing in sort of a bit more, you know, sort of traditional ways, I guess. And we're talking to media, and we have a marketing professional who works with us, who's got a lot of expertise, and, you know, through conversations with her network and others, and also just leveraging off who we know, trying to get out there with the message through mainstream media as well.
Do cocktails have a season? Are they seasonal? Is it?
Oh, ask us in a year once we've been through the cycle.
You've got a cycle.
But yeah,
we have a working
hypothesis
that yes, they are. You know, we're coming into Christmas, and we think that's going to be a big time. One of the things we've discovered as well is this is a great gift, and, you know, with Christmas, clearly it's an opportunity both in I suppose personal gifting, family and friends, but also we're seeing, you know, corporates kind of picking it up and going, what a great idea to, you know, give us a Christmas gift this year. So we suspect we'll have a big lump around this time of year, but it's.
But I don't think it's seasonal in the respect that in winter there'll be nothing, and in summer it'll be all, you know, go.
Yeah.
Because drinking and socialising with friends, and that's what this is about, is not seasonal. It's not defined to a certain time of the year. Everybody likes to have a drink and have a cocktail and have a gathering, you know, for occasions rather than based around what season it is.
So in terms of being online and in liquor laws, does that restrict you geographically in terms of saying you can only do this in New Zealand, or can you supply it anywhere else? Or?
Yes, for now, but the export stories are certainly something we're keeping our eye on, and, you know, we want to start. We want to end up, I suppose that is an end state we want to be. We don't want to just be a local brand here. There's no reason this can't be an export story with some success hopefully as well. So.
Yeah, let's make it a successful export story. And in terms of looking back, albeit that you are a young business at the moment, a gazillion mistakes you've probably made along the way. Some of the memorable ones, the things you think, really wish we hadn't done that, we needed to.
sourced some product out of India. I wish I hadn't. So there was a learning there. You know, we do some accessories on this site, you know, barware. And yeah, we had some quality control, shall we say, around some of that. So some learnings there.
I think, you know, if we were to do this again, perhaps a little bit more planning at the front end and really sort of interrogating when you need to order that stock up front versus when you're actually going to be able to go live in the market. So with a bit of a so with a bit of a hiss and a roar, you know, we had ideals of actually launching the company a little bit sooner than we did, but you don't know what you don't know, and you're building a website and you're pulling everything together, and you know, all of a sudden your time frames start to push out a little bit, but you've got all this stock that you've planned to be
paid for.
you've planned to be selling. So sort of understanding that cycle and just the logistics and around, you know, your stock and your holding, etc. I think that's probably something we would look to fine tune second time round, and then also just for me anyway, it's just been small things around. We want to get a new product on the website, and you know, but we have to do the recipe cards and the labels and the printing, and you know, you've got a timeline, so you're saying go, but just sometimes it's good to take a minute and go, actually, let's just take stock, and is everything right on that recipe card or on that label or etc. Because once it's printed and it's off.
I mean, I remember reading somewhere some horrendous thing about Nigella Lawson's recipes, and she cooks everything 11 times or something, you know, every recipe.
Yep.
Just because. You know, the minute you don't do that, someone will say, but it didn't work, or it wasn't as good as it said on the label.
So sometimes you just need to come up for air
Yep.
and just, you know, have a moment, take stock, and think, is everything as it should be, and is everything going out the right way? Because we want to make sure that the customer experience is great.
And so, if we look at the hockey stick, and you're on the field, looking to try and ramp up, what's the sort of ability to ramp up? I mean, is it constrained in terms of, you know, the supply side, because you've got some bespoke things in there that don't just come out of, that have time to order?
Yep, that's something that definitely is an ongoing conversation within our team with Sally and Simon. It's where are those constraints, because we do want to scale and we do want to see that hockey stick curve. Definitely on the supply side of things, that's something that we're very cautious and careful about, because as you say, we do need our suppliers to be able to ramp up with us. So there's a lot of contingency planning around that. I don't know if we've cracked it yet. But most businesses, I think, as they start to ramp up, probably have these constraints.
I think one of the things, and the idea with the collective, or the name collective to start with, was it wasn't just a story about our product as well. So we really wanted to tap into that that industry which is out there at the moment, which is craft distilling. And so I think at times we'll leverage that wider community when it suits them and it suits us, and so hopefully it's not just us as a manufacturer trying to get something out the door. It's a bit broader than that, and you know, we've already formed some great relationships with the likes of Artisano Brothers and our Espresso Martini, and our line producer out of the Hawke's Bay, and etc. So I suppose we're trying to spread some of that risk by you know, working
And I
with
think in
other
these
people.
sort of things you learn, you know, good partners make for good partners in terms of some of the advice, but also the other ones who don't let you down in terms of, or we're in the CAC here, we need some help, they'll be the ones who step in and come through. Well, look, I can only wish the both of you all the best on the journey. It's a wild ride, I'm sure, but congratulations for getting to this point.
So this is a margarita box that we're going to unveil, and it has 15 serves in it with everything that you need to make 15 beautiful margaritas. Open it this way. You can see there. So the first thing you see when you open the box is your recipe card. It's got your inventory and everything you can expect to find in the box, along with a picture of your final product and your recipe card with a little bit of history around the margarita. Where did it come from? What should it be like? You pull that flat back and you've got, in this particular box, on the top tray you've got your gomme syrup, which is your sort of slightly sweeter agent, your triple sec, which is an orange based flavour alcohol liqueur, and your lime juice, pure lime juice out of the Hawke's Bay, handy little guy, which is your spirit measure. So you then come to the bottom tray and you've got this beautiful Reposado tequila, which is a slightly aged tequila from Espolon, critical for every good margarita. You've got this beautiful chili citrus salt from Tio Pablo, again another New Zealand company based here in Auckland actually, who do a lot of Mexican product. Gorgeous on the rim of the glass, just to give you that nice salty flavour. And then you've got your limes, which you'll need for your garnishing at the end.
Wow.